Hey guys, I'm Dave Hathaway Property Management. A question I frequently get from newer investors is, where do I find a deal? Where do I find an undervalued property? They want the secret sauce, and we're gonna give it to you today. So this is a very common question, and I have the top 3 places that I believe you can find deals or can find you deals. And then if you stick around to the end, I'm gonna give you my favorite that's made me a bunch of money as a bonus. So number 1 is know your market. What do I mean by knowing your market? A common characteristic or trait that I see in myself and in other successful investors is they can determine what's a good property, if it's a good rental property, if it's a good flip, very quickly, usually within 10 to 15 seconds. Now they'll have to dive deeper to determine if it's really a good property and if they will invest in it and spend money in it. But right off the bat, if they see a property, their market, they invest. So for me, if it's in Baltimore, if it's in Prince George's County, right outside of DC, Virginia, and Northern Virginia, I'd be able to tell if this is a good rental property, if this is gonna be a good long-term investment really quickly. And then I'll dive deeper. So knowing your market. And in Counterpunch, a lot of people will send me properties. They'll send me a picture of the front of the property and they'll say, "Hey Dave, is this a good property? Should I invest in it?" And they'll send me a picture of the front. They don't send me an address, they don't send me a market. And I have no idea. And that's because I don't know the market. It's the same thing if I was to invest in San Francisco or Washington or New Hampshire. I'd have to do a bunch of research and try to figure out where the streets are, where the crime is, what's going on, what's happening with the neighbors. You're gonna wanna know how much properties sell for, how much they rent for, and have a great handle on that. So that's the number 1. If you don't have that, then looking at deals and finding deals is going to be off the table. Number 2, and almost as important, is being consistent in looking at deals. So the more reps you get in, the more properties you see daily, 3 times a week, you look at properties every Saturday. If you're consistent in looking at deals, you're going to be able to find them easily. They're going to stick out to you. You're going to be able to, like I said, the successful investors are able to determine within that first 10, 15 seconds, hey, is this something that I would consider? I like that zip code. I like that price point. I know that that's going to cash flow. These are things that are going through successful investors' mind. So if you're reviewing deals daily is the best, or 3 times a week or once a week or Saturdays and Sundays, you're looking through 30, 50 deals, not one a week. You want to get the reps in. Just like a professional athlete, you want to look at all these properties. That's going to help you know the market, number 1, but it's also going to help you when one sticks out. It's going to help you know, whoa, something's going on here. This one's $20,000 less, and I really like that street. There's stuff going on over there. There's construction going on. Reviewing deals consistently is number 2. Number 3, and the last one, is looking for distressed or mismanaged properties. So what does that mean? What does distress look like? And how does that equate to a deal? Just because a property's in bad shape doesn't mean it's a deal. But it's gonna mean that by purchasing that property, you're taking on somebody else's problem. And usually what happens is when a mom and pop person, somebody that doesn't treat it as a business, and they purchase a rental property, they fix it, it's crazy easy, and they mismanage it. They don't set up with the right contractors. Maybe they don't have just normal systems, like a system to have the lawn cut once every other week during the summer, have snow removal done if it's a multifamily property, take care of repairs, mismanaged properties, and then what ends up happening is they have vacancies and they go, this is a terrible idea. Why would I buy this property? And you can solve their problems and create a deal. So that may look like a renovation, maybe redoing their bad work, or maybe they have a lawn that is 15 inches and they're wondering why they have vacant units, or maybe they're mismanaged. They don't know what the market rents are. Maybe they've been renting to the same tenant for the last 10 years and they're about $500 a month, and you know that the market supports $1,200 a month. So they're saying, hey, the yearly rent is $6,000, and you know that's off. You can purchase that property, raise rents up to market, and then you should be able to create equity in the property. The property's worth more because you can rent it out for more. So you're looking for these mismanaged properties and you're looking for other people's problems. You solve them, and what ends up happening is you get equity in the property, your property cash flows more, and you get the benefit. You can find a deal that way. And especially on multi-units that they have all the rents mismanaged. Maybe they have a 3-unit and all the rents are listed for $600 and they say property's being rented out for $1,800 a month, but you know that you can rent out the properties for somewhere around $1,000. So you know that rent should be $3,000 a month. The property would sell for a lot more if they had the proper rents in place. So it's mismanaged. Those are 3 of the biggest things and the basics that you can look for to find a deal. Now, in addition, like I discussed at the start of the video, one of my favorite, and we'll call this a bonus one, is finding properties that are misrepresented. And what is a misrepresented property? So a misrepresented property usually is a property that the agent has it listed for something, let's say a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, but it is something else. Maybe it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Maybe it's got more square footage than the agent listed. Maybe the agent puts, 1,000 square feet, and you walk into the property and you go, wow, this property is huge. It's 2,000 square feet. And a lot of this is just, could be that the agent's lazy. It could be the agent has never walked the property. Some agents don't even go into the property and then they list it. For instance, we've purchased properties that at auction, I'll be looking through the pictures because I'm investing in a certain area, and I'll notice they're listed as a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, but when I look at the front of the picture, it shows 2 mailboxes or 3 mailboxes or 3 electric meters. And this should ring off some bells. This is a misrepresented property, and you do need to dive deeper into these. You do need to go, maybe the zoning's off and they have to list it as 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Maybe it's not zoned as a multifamily. But your deal bell should be ringing real loud in your ears and going, I should investigate this more. They might be misrepresenting this property, or maybe they don't even know. And we've purchased multifamily properties like that. More recently, we purchased a property that was a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, but it was listed as a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And that is a huge price difference between those two different. That means we don't have to add plumbing and add all the features. And all I did is I noticed that there was more bathrooms in the picture than I did a site visit. So you can do that yourself through an agent, have them visit the property. Hey, can you confirm this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath? And then you've officially found an amazing deal. That's one of my favorite. We've made a lot of money off of that strategy. And that's just because somebody on the other end was lazy or they made a mistake and it cost their seller. They didn't do a great fiduciary relationship with their seller. But that's not, your responsibility to make sure the seller lists their property properly. Your duty is to, I'm looking for deals. I need to find deals. That's one of the ways. So I hope you like this. Guys, if you're looking to purchase your first rental, your second rental, your 10th rental, we have a bunch of education on this channel that can help you do that you can go through the reps, look through analyze properties. We have a series that we analyze a new property in a new market each week, and we show you how we do it and how you can too. And you can just go through all of our past experience that we've come to learn and we've made mistakes on, and there's no fluff in the real estate tips. It's literally 60-second clips, and we are just gonna hammer home learning lessons that we've had in the past, and you can just go through, crush through a bunch of those, learn from our experience, learn from our mistakes, so you don't go through the same ones. We're wishing you good luck. We're wishing you getting your first rental property that provides passive cash flow and is life-changing, and we'll see you on the next video.